one of the loneliest things I've ever done is signing 300 posters by myself.
That is mad.
Oh, shit.
Oh, good
That's
call.
mad. That's mad. He's waving the money in front of our singer. And he's like, we lied to you, bro. Like, you have to be so miserable to be able to take our money like that.
Kevin Rudd follows you on Twitter.
What?
The booster boxes featured in this episode of the Palms Off Gaming podcast were graciously supplied by Pokebox Australia.
Welcome back to another Palms Off Gaming podcast. Today, I'm actually joined by Sabian Lynch.
What's up, guys?
So he's guitarist from a touring metal band Alpha Wolf and founder of a fashion label We're Almost. And of course, a massive Pokemon fan.
Indeed.
And I'm a massive fan. So thanks for coming in. I
dramas.
appreciate it. I've seen you guys live a few times. I think we all have, except for Nick. Yeah, it's good to have you on board and actually active in a community that I'm passionate about.
Yeah.
So
I love your guys' work and it's mad to have you love our work. We're sick.
So you guys are crushing it. You got as of 1 hour ago, you got 13.9 million streams on YouTube for Akadama, 5.2 for Sub-Zero and 3.8 for Black Mamba. So you guys are doing really well and you've been touring recently, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
so.
all the stats blow our mind all the time. So we're always looking at our analytics and nerding out over crazy stats. And to be a sort of in-your-face, heavy breakdown band, they're crazy numbers. It's stupid. We're beating so many of our peers, so many of our bands that we look up to. Beating, I'd say, as it's competitive, but it's not. Yeah. But to have that sort of statistics on our name is crazy because we're just a couple dudes having fun and writing silly music.
I found a lot of the bandies, particularly here, Boys from Star, Vatic, you guys, obviously all on different levels in their own, but it's all super friendly, which is awesome. It's great. And you're all into nerd stuff. And I love
it's sick. It's sick.
So
I'm actually going to see Vatic this weekend.
Yeah. So I'll see you there. Yeah, because they're doing the tour with Paydusk and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Starve and Alessia. Yeah. So
I'll be there filming away and doing my thing.
Yeah, mad. So that'll be fun as. Speaking of Pokemon, you've already finished Violet.
I have.
Yeah, nice.
It's a funny story. It came out on the day of my best friend's wedding. Mm-hmm. I was the best man. So I had to be hands off all day. I went and bought it that morning and just had to look at it and be
I was day of release.
Day of release was his wedding, and
I
could not touch it after watching all of the trailers and the hype for it past the year. And I was like, God damn it, man! Why'd you have to get married today? And I had to fly.
Out of all the days, why?
I had to fly to Florida the next day as well because I started my holiday with my partner.
Yep.
So that's when I could play it. I had 22 hours of flight.
Yeah.
So I could grind it then, but then it was Disneyland for a week.
Yeah, right.
And I was exhausted, so I couldn't really give it any love until the flight home where I finished it.
Well, pretty much you smashed a bulk majority of the flight home. Yeah, right.
And it was hard because I'm so used to in today's time, if you get stuck, you Google what to do. Yeah. But I was on a flight, so I had to be shit, I need to go talk to NPCs to figure this out on my own.
Yeah, that makes you so much more immersed. I wish I could just switch off. Tying into that loosely, Google came out with a Pixel phone or Pixel Watch, and I wanted it sheerly to just not have my phone and switch off. So if I wanted to go out and play a game and not give into it, it would have been perfect, but they don't support my carrier.
Just little things like learning how to evolve new Pokemon, seeing new Pokemon for the first time and learning their types and everything, and not having Google to give me the answers instantly.
Because some of the evolution lines and how you do it is so left field too. Yeah. They've made it really intricate. Did you get Annihilate in your game?
No, not yet.
Primate's evolution?
No. So I'm not there. So I did go and look up everything once I landed, some things I needed answers for. But yeah, I haven't got his yet. But he looks psycho.
So what was your team? What'd you go with?
I started with Fuecoco and I went to the Nintendo store in New York and all the plush had sold out.
Yeah, right.
It was just Quaxley and Sprigatito and no Fuecoco anywhere. Then who'd I end up with? I can't remember. All the new names are really weird.
Put you on the spot, didn't I?
Yeah.
It's all right. We can discuss that later. That's all G. But I really liked the game. It was sick. A couple of hiccups and frame rate issues and stuff, but it's heaps of mixed reviews, but they've mixed up enough. Did you play Legends?
Yeah, I loved Legends. Yeah. I loved Violet as well. The end story blew my mind. Yeah. I was just cheesing hard on the plane home, just absolutely losing my mind at how sick it was. Yeah. The frame rates didn't bug me as much because I just play the game pretty normal. I'm pretty stock standard when I play, so I'm not trying to do anything too crazy. Yeah. Not pushing it to its limits or anything like that.
Yeah.
So, it was fine.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, it's a fun game. The only thing I wish they included was the catching element. From
that
Legends.
was sick. I did
like
love
you
that.
Sneak up to Pokemon and catch them that way. So
did you get the Charizard from the raid?
Yeah.
See, I struggled. I couldn't do it because I didn't have the time. By the time I'd landed and finished the game, I had to go on grind 5-star raids to get 6-star raids. I had to grind that. And I did not have the time element to be able to do that.
Yeah. Same thing happened with Jack here, and I think he just got over the line, and then I just friend coded it and got on board and helped him out with it. And it's just like all the memes that are popping up with just a Charizard and just a horde of Azumarill and stuff. It's just like, oh god damn it.
Yeah.
Anyway, off the topic of that, which something that surprised us was that Kevin Rudd follows you on Twitter. Are you aware of that?
What?
Kevin Rudd follows you on Twitter, dude.
Like me or the band?
You.
What the hell?
Yeah. Kev.
No, I did not know that.
Big Kev follows you, man.
I had no idea.
That was wild. Like, yeah, it's funny that you didn't know because we looked at it and we're just like, what? That is left field as.
I was doing the research. Your Twitter's really helpful. And I scroll back up and I look at the top and I'm like, it's followed by Kevin Rudd.
Yeah. So you go back and have a band meeting and just flex that if you want.
Shit.
Like, that's great. I would have gone into further questions, but he doesn't know. So. Yeah.
Shout out Kev.
Shout out to Kevy.
Kev07.
Yeah. Downball master, wasn't it? So you and John, who plays bass, are the only remaining like original members from like Bernie and Tassie.
Yeah.
So both being in a deathcore band previously and you struggling to keep it alive and moving, how'd that go for you? Like how'd that evolution
It's
sort
weird.
of come naturally?
Like I say we grew up in a real small town because we did. It's very isolated, especially being in Tasmania in a small town. So finding people that are good at instruments and want to play the same music as you is impossible. So a lot of bands down there have the same members and you just switch instrument and play in another band and you create new bands all the time. So when we started Alpha Wolf, we got John's little brother on drums and a random friend on bass. Done what we could with that lineup for as long as we could until we're like, I think we're about to hit the next level and, you know, the bands we're playing with are insane. We're kind of just fumbling the bag a little bit. So we needed to rejig and some people had commitment issues and we just wanted like-minded people that wanted to do this 100%, like quit a daytime job to be able to do it and struggle for years to be able to do it.
Yep.
And now we've found that ideal lineup. Like we're all 100% committed.
Everybody's on the same page.
Yeah. Even if we weren't making money from it and we were still struggling, we'd still be wanting to do it. Yeah. But thankfully, you know, we're popping off and I think everything's paying off now.
I think it's probably why you guys are doing so well as well because there's no real like massive ulterior motives. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, you're still a band. You still got to make money at the end of the day. But like you're there for the right reasons. It's like why we do what we do.
Yeah, you need the mindset 100%. And I've had the same mindset since I was a kid. Like I wanted to start a band when I was like 15 years old and I wanted to do it forever.
Yeah.
And now I'm a 30-year-old doing that.
Living the dream.
And it's still the exact same mindset.
Yeah, sick. Yeah, that's right. And obviously, you know, with everybody being in the band, like it just makes it, if everybody wants to be there, it just makes everything, I would imagine, much more organic and much more enjoyable for everybody involved.
We just love doing it. And, you know, it's a bonus that it's successful now.
Yeah. It's majorly. You guys popped off. It's
crazy.
It's fantastic. And you're out this way now. You're in Melbourne, right?
Yeah. We're 4 of us based in Melbourne. John and I moved over about 7 years ago, and Melbourne was always the second home. Whenever we wanted to see one of our favourite bands played, we'd have to fly to Melbourne to see it. So the idea was always to move to Melbourne to pursue music. If you're
going to be in Australia, it's pretty much like Melbourne, Sydney.
Yeah. We love it here.
Yeah, they're awesome. There's more stuff. I mean, I've been to Tassie. It's beautiful.
It is. Like if I was to retire with kids, Tassie, 100%.
Settle down.
Loved growing up there, but there's not a lot to do for youth and for music at all.
Yeah. And then just infrastructurally getting anywhere, just so isolated on a little island. And there's, as I said, like it's a small community, I
mean, I don't know if it would be different now with the internet being so prevalent and you can hustle careers from the internet and you could probably do it mad over there because everything's cheaper. Like you can get a warehouse pretty cheap and hustle something pretty solid. If you don't like doing things on the weekend, seeing shows and doing whatever, you could isolate yourself in Tasmania. Yeah. I've thought about it myself moving back because now I just travel a lot and I just enjoy my off-peak at home. I don't really leave my house that much.
Yeah.
So I probably could get away with living there now because I'm out so much.
But now you've got to like think of everybody else as well. It's just such a big thing. Like it's just that's the thing. Like even if I like my partner always says, "Oh yeah, let's move to Queensland." It's just like, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff to move to Queensland.
There is.
I can't really do that, you know. So it does make it harder once you grow and build. But yeah, like you know, you traveling now and being successful and being able to now go back to these places to visit, or go on holidays, go to New York, go to Disneyland.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's sick. And how was your mate's wedding, by the way? All good?
Yeah, everything was great. So I was meant to have 3 weddings back to back.
Yeah, right.
There was one a week in October. So one was our sound guys, and I was best man in that.
Yep.
The week after was John's, and I was best man in that. The week after that was our photographer, but no
pressure, by the way.
He was never going to invite us, from what I heard.
What?
Like he was going to have this really tight knit wedding, which was totally cool.
Yeah,
like, good on him.
Yeah.
But I think something opened up, and he had to invite a couple extra heads.
Yeah, he couldn't not invite you.
And so he swung us the invite, and I'd already booked my holiday away. And I was like, dude, you originally told us we weren't invited, which was totally cool. And now I'm invited. Now I feel like an asshole.
Yeah.
Because I'm going away. But you didn't care.
Yeah.
But it was meant to be 3 back to back.
Yeah.
It was 2 back to back. Yeah.
You feeling the pressure now?
No, not really.
No, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're chilling.
It's like our mate, you know, they're having a kid and stuff, and it's like the one mate that starts it all, and it's just like, oh no, it's starting, it's beginning, you know. So Lockie, who's a fan of Alpha Wolf and Bernie Days, ended up becoming the new vocalist.
Yeah,
right?
so that's real funny. We loved his band. He had a small band in Melbourne, but his band members didn't really have the mindset and the drive to go global.
Yeah.
Real cool band. And we just become friends with him. We're like, hey man, we're flying to Tassie this weekend. Do you want to come down, do merch, most of the shows? Because at that time, only 5 to 10 people would come to our shows. So we'd almost just pay our friends to come down so they would mosh for us and make it more enjoyable for us. And he was one of those guys that would always come along, and we were just real good friends.
Yeah.
And his band, in my eyes, was better than our band because he was a real great vocalist, and we tried to steal him a couple of times. And he's like, oh, kind of want to stick with my own band, you know. I started this band in high school. And I'm like, you sure, man? Like, we're all keen to take this global, and your guys are kind of just like, we like to play bang every weekend. And we're happy with that. Finally got him, and we just took off. Yeah. And we're taking him around the world, and it's sick.
He's just like, why didn't I do this sooner?
Yeah.
God. Yeah. No, that's sick. And I get, that just ties back into everybody like actually wanting to be there and going 100% as well, like not half-ass it sort of thing. So that's really sick for you guys. And what was it like during the move? Did you find it hard? Like, is going from generally a really quiet state to going into like this place where we don't, if particularly in CBD, it doesn't really sleep too much. Like it's pretty busy.
I really loved Melbourne. I came here a lot when I lived in Tasmania, and I loved it here. I loved the graffiti scene, the music scene. Had a lot of friends here, loved the music here. And I went through a breakup at home, and I'd see it every single day in town. There's one block of shops, and without a doubt, you would see each other every single day.
Yep.
So I had a friend hit me up, and he's like, look, the guy that was meant to move in with me bailed, so I need to go. And I was like, well, shit, I've got a real nice house, real nice job, but I'm sick of seeing my ex every single day, so let's do it. Yeah. Let's just fucking do it. Gave away all of my furniture, just uprooted everything and moved. And same thing, like it's only a 40-minute flight if there's a family emergency or anything, so I'm still close to home. Yeah. I can be there tonight if I had to be.
Yeah, you're not on the other side of the world.
Yeah. So it didn't feel that bad moving away from family because, I can still technically be there today if I really had to be.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. That's sick. And you moved with John, right?
No, so originally it was just me, and then I started networking here to get our full shows.
Yeah, right.
And John and the rest of the band would have to fly over all the time to meet me here, to do shows here, or if we were doing Tasmanian shows, I'd fly down there. And then eventually, one by one, we got everyone over. They would live on my couch until they found their own house.
Yeah, right.
And we literally migrated probably 10 or more people that way. Live on the couch until you sort yourself out with a job and a place. Yeah. And just, migrated so many Tasmanian friends over.
Was there a period where there was more than one person there?
Yeah. So we had a guy in the garage, had 2 on the couches. I've had people legit sleep on my floor until they
Yeah,
down,
right.
like, in
long
my bedroom.
periods of time? Like how long
Yeah, I
we
think I had
talking?
one friend move in with his partner and they slept on my floor for a month while me and my partner slept on my bed. So there's 4 of us in one bedroom.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Just to migrate people into Melbourne because we loved it so much and we just wanted to build our little weird rural invasion on Melbourne.
Yeah, that's cool. That's ghetto as. I love it. Very humble beginnings. You guys, going from such humble beginnings of getting over here and sleeping on couches and floors for a month on end and sharing a room, which is, I don't know how you shared a room with another couple for like a month.
It hurt.
Yeah.
Looking back on it, but it's such a funny story now.
Yeah, it is. But I know I'm personally such like a relatively extroverted to a certain capacity, but like I'm very, very content with my own company.
Now I am 100%. Like I got the biggest house for only 2 people, me and my partner. We got like 4 bedrooms, 3 lounge rooms. One's just a dedicated nerd room and dedicated this and dedicated that. And it's so sick. So now I'm like, stay away, please.
What's in the nerd room?
So I've got one for streaming. It's just all my Pokemon plush, Pokemon cards. Twitch, right? Anything Pokemon, I've just got in this one room. And then I've got another room just for music. Yeah, so it's all my guitars, all my recording gear. And my partner, she's big into Disney collecting and Marvel collecting.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
so she's got crazy pops and just an entire lounge room dedicated to IKEA shelving and crazy collectibles.
That's cool. Is she into the new Wii stuff? Japanese cards? They're all Disney cards.
She's never done trading cards.
Dude, get her. You can get her trading cards. You can find a common ground now. Like Wii's has like got Disney stuff now.
See, it's funny because she does a pure Instagram for it.
Yeah, right.
And gets gifted stuff all the time.
That's sick.
Whereas I got more followers and don't get anything for free. I got a guitar
Send him
once.
stuff.
I got a guitar.
We're gonna get stuff today. So
this is my first. This is my first nerd. Like,
people might be watching this because a lot of our consumer-based fan base, I guess, like a lot of the people we know and stuff, like it's amazing how much people in, the Pokemon and trading card collecting scene that are into heavy music. Yeah. It's crazy.
It's weird. I definitely could dedicate more of my socials to it. I just don't. And if I post something guitar related, the post will pop off because a lot of my fans love the guitar stuff and I'm not even the best guitarist. I like to look cool and make a guitar look cool.
Yeah, you were wearing masks before they were mandatory.
Yeah, wearing masks before they were mandatory, trying to look cool. Like, that comes from loving Japanese culture. And people are just like, America hates it.
Really?
They're so anti-mask over there. They're like, take that fucking mask off. Don't come to my city with that fucking mask. It's like, damn, dude, don't go to Japan ever.
It's just a fashion, man.
Chill out. But yeah, it's fun with the internet now, being able to...
It's much more expressive.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want. And I guess like if your Instagram or social media channels are primarily geared around like your music is probably what's made you quite large. So natively like that music related content is going to do better, but it's still good that you can put that other stuff out there.
It's cool. I've had fans bring me Pokemon cards before or throw booster packs on me at me on stage. If they can't like access me backstage or whatever, they literally just throw packs at me.
That's sick.
Going across Germany, getting like foreign German cards, French cards and stuff. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
And even if they're really bad pulls, it's still cool because someone gave that to me in France.
Yeah. And it's in like another language. It's not easily acquirable over here.
It's so sick.
And there's just that nostalgic memory attached to it as well, which is really, really nice.
Had a fan knit me a Cubone little plush.
That's so cool.
Like anything like that. It's so sick.
That's rad. I wonder if we've got a lovely lady that does a lot of stickers for us. I wonder if she can do you a custom sticker. I hit her up. Handmade by Tennille. She's got a code for us as well, but she does some really cool little stickers. She's like glitter, sandblasted ones, all that sort of stuff. And it's all like, polishes.
It's crazy how community based it's gotten now. Like small businesses doing, pop culture. It's crazy. I love it.
It's rad. It's really wholesome. Everybody gets involved. Everybody's really supportive. I mean, that's how we started as a brand. We were just 2 collectors, collecting stuff. And then I was like, why are people paying so much for a binder? This is silly.
It's sick.
I'm going to make one and we're going to launch it and put little notes in it and stuff. And
my partner's got so many crazy friends with small shops doing like Disney scented candles and Disney this and Disney that. And it's so sick. Yeah. I don't know how legal it is.
Yeah. That's why we have to be really careful. It's like, we can't like put any images on our products or anything like that, which is pretty standard. But like I think I was reading small batch stuff you'll get away with. But when you start mass
you could probably name something after a Pokemon move.
Maybe. Might get away with
not
that.
A character or
Can you imagine how much they trademark stuff? Like It's crazy. It's like they've made it. Like it's awesome. It's a massive cult following behind it. But yeah, back onto the band stuff. We'll come around to the TCG stuff and we'll start opening packs in a tick. But you did your US tour, right? So you headlined a run of shows.
Yeah, we done 2 US tours last year. We done one, which was our first successful tour because we tried in 2020
before COVID
and got 5 shows in. This is our first dream American tour, and COVID hit and we got sent home after 5 shows out of 30, and we were like, what the hell is going on? Why is the world in a panic, and why the fuck do we have to bail on our first
pretty sus
tour?
that you were in China just before COVID broke out, man.
We were there when it happened.
Where is it? I've got it here. You're even in Wuhan. Chinese tour, Beijing,
I think
Shanghai.
it was the month before it all happened in Wuhan.
Yeah.
We were there.
Yeah.
And getting our visas for America, they were like, have you been in China in the last 6 months? We're like, 7 months we were, 6 months? No. We're like, okay, you're allowed in.
He said it and you see the signs.
yeah. But yeah, having to ditch that tour sucked. But yeah, we finally got to do a tour this year and it was successful and it blew our minds how crazy American touring was. So we came back in 3 months and done another one. Followed that up with our own headline tour just to trial how that went, and it was crazy.
Yep.
And then we got to play a really cool fest at the end of that to wrap it all up.
Yeah, right. That's a big dream come true, I guess.
Yeah,
it would have been, it was squashed, I guess, for the first one because it's like such a big thing.
Yeah. And it made the tensions really high. Like everyone was really keen to see us and the hype's been building. We dropped an album across the pandemic and that just made everything.
Kept you really relevant through the pandemic as well.
We were at home doing nothing. So we done heaps of things. We started a Patreon, released an album, which was pretty crazy in a lockdown. Like having to sign posters. We were signing one person, putting that in an Uber courier to the next person. They would sign it, Uber courier to the next person.
Yeah, right, okay.
Because we couldn't see each other. We couldn't hang out with each other and sign CDs.
That's nuts. Yeah, okay.
It was all celebrating across Zoom and...
I didn't think about the logistics of having to do multiple signatures on one thing and having to courier to each one. That's dedication.
It's one of the most lonely things.
Yeah.
One of the loneliest things I've ever done is signing 300 posters by myself.
Yeah, that would be.
It's like an hour's worth of work or more.
Was yours the first signature to touch the paper?
No, I think it started in Brisbane, then shipped down to mine. And then we just started the Uber couriering around Melbourne for the 4 members here.
Yeah.
And it was so lonely.
Yeah.
You couldn't even
make it that much more tedious as well.
Yeah, you couldn't laugh with your friend if the pen stopped working. It's just like, fucking pen's not working. Snap it, grab another one. It's it was so silent.
That's weird. Dedication though. They're good on you for actually shipping them around and actually doing the logistics for that.
Yeah.
It's just.
And normally we love things like getting hands on, and we done a deluxe box set with this album.
Yep.
So we had to put a flag in, a CD, I think with stickers and signed poster and everything. And not being able to be a part of that sucked.
Yeah.
Because we love doing that sort of stuff. But yeah, just logistically we weren't allowed. You could get fined if you done it. It's like, damn, all right.
You've been meeting some really cool people at merch signings and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. It's wholesome. It creates I guess that bit of a more closer sort of relationship with the fans as well.
Yeah. Well, when we couldn't do shows, we ran a pop-up store. We rented out a retail space in Fitzroy.
Yep.
Printed it. You went to that? Yeah. That was crazy. So we printed a bunch of limited merch and we had photographers print prints of us and they get to make their money on that. It was real fun. 3 days of just getting to meet our fans.
Yeah, that's
And
sick.
we were selling them the merch and doing everything really DIY. Had no idea what we were doing.
Yeah.
And the opening hours were 10 hours a day and we'd be there an hour before and an hour after. So we were exhausted doing so.
Long days. Yeah.
But getting to see our fans in the middle of a pandemic without playing a show and just doing something really cool and innovative was sick.
Yeah. I think you've done all the right things as well. And again, this will tie back to you're all there for the right reason. You wanting to go out and there's plenty of people that probably just wouldn't even have the passion to even think of that.
Yeah.
So the fact that you've actually sat down and be how can we make this work? How can we engage our fans? Because it's what we love doing. Naturally, you're going to come up with these sick ideas and you're going to make it work.
And in no way are we the biggest band, but I guess we're at a level now that we can get away with doing things like that. But I've seen other bands do it that are way too big to do it and they just have to sit behind a glass wall.
A barrier.
And, wave at people.
Just a stick.
That's all you get. You can buy merch and you can wave at the band or something and that's No. We're like there picking out the size for you, and
That's sick.
yeah.
And you as like a clothing man would have loved that as
Yeah,
well.
it was sick. Like I had my clothes there. We got a lot of other local bands to put their merch in, and they come and hang out. So you get to meet us, and you get to meet another band, and no performances whatsoever. But people didn't care. People hung out and just got to have a vibe for the day.
Yeah.
So cool.
That's right. You get lets people see you under a different light as well, like not just like the lens of you on a stage sort of thing. It's a lot more personal.
Yeah.
You know, you see people perform on stage and then, really aggressive music. And then all of you band members are just the nicest people.
Yeah.
And it's just like so aggressive. It's just like, hey, man. Like,
we love that contrast. Like we love
great.
being the real cool guys on stage because that's awesome. But, we never want anyone to think we're a dick.
Yeah.
So we're totally cool with heading to the merch after a show and hanging out and having time for everyone to an extent.
Yeah.
We can't burn ourselves out. Lockie, the vocalist, had to kind of retract a little bit because he was talking too much and actually straining his voice too much.
Yeah.
But, like we don't have that problem. But you can feel it. Even on this podcast, if I talk too much, I'll start to feel it.
Yeah.
Too much talking, you can feel it. So for a vocalist, you got to be careful.
You've really got to trend that fine line, I guess.
Yeah.
And obviously you can't I imagine so many people would be like, oh, come do this, come hang out. Like you can't please everyone. It's not like you don't want to be their friend.
And it's super
like,
disheartening when you see a comment somewhere of, no, they're dicks. They didn't come out and say hello. And it's like, well, we're probably exhausted or we probably did just do it for 2 hours. Like,
no empathy.
We're trying, mate. We're trying, man.
Yeah, like you are doing your best. There's got to be that element of empathy. You got to put themselves in, your shoes and be like, man, they're back into a tour, must be exhausted. Sort of thing.
We just done 3 months of straight touring away from home. It was 2 American tours back to back straight to Europe without coming home. I think we're feeling it then. We found a routine. Some boys are really into gym. Scotty and I kind of do all the logistics day to day, setting up an entire rig and everything like that. And I'll set up merch. And by the end of that, it was like,
yeah. And then you
give me some time backstage.
Coming out of like lockdowns, but everyone's gone 0 to 100 really quick. And it's like you're so accustomed to just chilling at home, doing my 1 hour exercise every day, go for like a light walk or something like that. Me and Jack used to go to the gym, like don't anymore, but like we used to go to the gym all the time. And so we set up what we called Bricky Gym. And so it was just like a backyard gym and buckets full of bricks.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. And we used to lift that. And that was our gym sort of thing. Because you can go to that. But yeah, like
I got heavy into Pokemon Go during lockdown.
Yeah.
That was my thing.
Yeah.
And then I remember one night I forgot to spin a Pokestop and I was trying to do the challenges and it was past 8 p.m, the curfew. I sprinted to my local Pokestop, thought I was the biggest criminal on the planet doing so. Thought there was going to be helicopters after me. And if I got pulled over, I'd be like, it's just Pokemon, man. Got away with it. But I think that was really exciting to get back into Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
And amongst that, it was like mine and my partner's little hobby would sneak off to Macca's down the road and just sit there, spinning Pokestops, catch a Pokemon, then go home. And
I remember I was on my way home. I think it was from the warehouse or something like that because we were allowed to work and pack and stuff, just obviously distancing and stuff. And I had a mate that lives in Hurstbridge and he was like, I was on my way home and I was talking to him. He was like, oh, there's a Snorlax like here apparently. I haven't got it yet. I'm like, it was like at the back of the train station.
Oh, man.
So here I am pulling up at the back of the train station in my car and like spinning, like trying to find this Snorlax, right, on the way home. And a cop pulls up next to me and he's just like, what are you doing? I'm like, just texting my girlfriend, like, because I just didn't want to tell him, like, I'm hunting for a Snorlax, bro. Like, it's just such a weird thing.
I didn't realize how popular Pokemon Go still was until we were sitting in a car park at Macca's and we seen everyone else outside the car doing the exact same thing. Like, you can tell when there's a group of people just sitting here doing this.
Yeah.
And they approached us and they're like, do you want to join our, like, Facebook group? We all raid together. I was like, shit. Yeah, there's only 2 of us. We can't raid. We need you guys.
Yeah.
And from that, it's like, damn, so many people are still into Pokemon Go.
They love it. Yeah. I was walking through Hurstbridge another time, like, oh my God, hour exercise or whatever. And there was 3 dudes walking towards me, all on their phone. As we're going, they're coming this way, I'm coming this way. And I just stop off and I'm just like, Pokemon? They're just like, yep. I'm like, can I join you? They're just like, yeah, come on. We just all started walking together. Yeah. That was great. Yeah. Super, super fun. I wished I missed the OG days. Me and my partner were before maybe lockdown. Came out well before lockdown. Yeah. I remember we were on South Bank and we were going to do the river dining thing.
Yeah.
and you just hear one kid just scream, Dragonite! And there's this horde of people just running down South Bank to catch this Dragonite.
I remember when it dropped, it was like the middle of winter, and I was spending entire nights out in the freezing cold, just being like, this is the sickest thing ever.
Yeah, just
so
dead ass, so fun.
Coming back from work, it's like, no, I'm going to sit at Flinders Street for an hour. I don't want to catch the next train. I'm just going to sit here and catch Pokemon.
Yeah, get all my research tasks out of the way. Yeah. Just one last thing we're going to touch on for the band stuff that Jacob's had on here that I also find really interesting, a bit of commotion, was the merch sitch in Canada. Are you comfortable touching on that?
Of course. So we didn't realize how not known Merch Cut was.
Yep.
It's something that pisses off every band behind the scenes.
Mm.
And obviously, we're never honest with these greedy promoters. Like, we're always lying and giving them as minimum as possible from our hard-earned money.
Mm-hmm.
But usually, depending on the venue, you'll pay 10%, 15%, or 20% of your total earnings that night. You just give to the promoter.
It's a profit or just total sales in general?
Total sales.
That's ridiculous.
Which is crazy when we're hiring merch people to sell for us. We're buying the designs, we're printing, like we do everything.
A 20% of profit may make sense.
Yeah.
20% of total
we don't even mind
nuts.
If they sell for us. Like festivals, usually you just give your box of merch to a person, they set it up and they sell for you throughout the entire day. So you don't have to hire a person to sell it. And it's 20%. So that's usual distribution, usual fulfillment. Yep. You give away the 20%. But when you're doing it all yourself, it's like, why are we paying someone this? It hurts every time. You know, over the years, we just lie and lie and lie, and it feels bad. You don't want to be lying to people. But
you've got to stay afloat. You've actually got to earn money to keep doing what you're doing.
So we pulled up to this venue in Canada, and it's on this notorious street in Vancouver that we learned is legal to do any drug you want. Apparently for the Olympics there, they wanted every single junkie in the city to all relocate to this one street so their streets look clean for the Olympics.
Okay.
So they made drugs free and available or some shit, and it just became this notorious street.
That's so rogue.
Every single junkie just is there. So we pull up, this guy's passed out next to our van, looked like they'd OD'd, and we're just like, holy shit, where are we? It looked like another planet. Syringes on the parking meter, and just, we felt really uncomfortable, like proper uncomfortable for the first time. So it just set the standard of how bad the day was going to be. Walk in, it's really fucking hot. There's no AC anywhere, so we just felt disgusting and gross being there. Had the really worst merch setup ever, and we're getting told it's a 15% merch cut. And the promoter comes up and he's like, yep, 20% cut tonight. We're like, no, your contract says 15, so we're going to give you 15. Oh, all right, whatever. Like, really rude to us. Wasn't nice. Didn't help out with anything. We had beach balls getting thrown around during our show. He's popped them, just grabbed them and popped them. We're like, damn, dude, you hate fun. So he's just really pissing us off.
There could be way worse things than beach balls. We smuggled a the video for Unify. We smuggled one of these fold-out tables into the crowd. There's a video of Jack backflipping off of it.
Oh shit!
Yeah, there's plenty worse things.
This guy's just been an absolute asshat. I was selling that night because our merch guy couldn't make it into Canada. Didn't have a passport, so I'm just there by myself selling all night, and we're all just getting pissed off. And then he's come around to collect. And I was like, yeah, man, made $70 tonight, so here's your 15% of that. And he's looked at me and I'm like, what do you want me to say, man? And I gave all of our money to Scotty, our other guitarist. And he's like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, what do you mean? We need to go count our money in private. No, and he followed Scotty to count it. And we're like, no, dude, like, go away.
Yeah.
And no, maybe we gave him $70. And
I was about to say 20,
but sometimes we do lowball like that. Like, we don't give a fuck. And then he's walked up to our vocalist, and I think he's known for being the most hot-headed person we've got, especially if he's a bad mood. Just don't go near him.
Yep.
He's gone up to him and waved our cash in his face, and it's like, oh, look, it's your money, and put it in his wallet. So Lockie's just like, we just fucking lied to you so hard. Oh, this is all after the on-stage as well. So Lockie on stage just went on a rant about it because he was pissed off. He didn't have aircon all day. He was hot and sweaty, hated it. Yep. On stage was hot as fuck. Apparently tried to have our sound cut during that speech, But our sound guy was like, "Fuck off, man! Like, you're not ruining my mix, bro. Fuck off."
Yeah.
So yeah, just created this tension, and then by the end of the night, he's waving the money in front of our singer, and he's like, "We lied to you, bro. Like, get a life.
Yeah, if you want
have
to be
be so miserable, to be able to take our money like that." And like he's like, "Fuck it." I was vlogging the trip, so I put it on my vlog, and like he got the snippet of the clip and put it up, and it just went viral out of nowhere. Like shit. Turns out no one knows, like no patrons know that this exists. And they were like, well, shit, I don't want my money going to that person. How do I direct it to you guys? And we're just like, well, we don't want to say online that we lie about it. But everyone knows that you're just dishonest about how much you give away. And now from that, we didn't get harassed for like the next 3 weeks by any venues.
Yep.
They didn't want, any bad words said about their venues. A lot of our friends' bands were like, oh, you're friends with Alpha Wolf. We're not going to cut you tonight. We don't want no trouble.
That's sick.
It just started this like movement. Now there's petitions and all this other stuff, and it's really sick.
Well, that's the thing. Like me and Jacob were talking about it. Was yesterday that like when you do a gig at a venue, the drink sales are nuts.
It's crazy.
Like you're gonna be buying. I've been in so many venues.
You order a drink and you're like, actually, I don't want it anymore. That's stupid.
Yeah, like there's so much money, and when people don't care, like we'll go to a gig and I'll have like 6, 7, 8 at a gig, and it's like giving them so much money. The amount of extra sales that you get as a venue is nuts. So it's just like why?
And there's always a negotiation to start off with. Like, how much is the venue? Is it flat fee? Is it $1 per person that walks through the door? Is it $3 per person that walks through the door? And judging on how much the venue costs, you set the ticket price because you want the venue to be paid. And then obviously there's the drink prices, and if they're cloaking items as well, they're making money off that. But then, with the merch cut, you see it go in the promoter's pocket.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, so you're not paying for the venue. You're not trying to upgrade this venue so it's a better place for the bands to play at. It's just because you're greedy.
Yeah.
And because it's been handed down since like people selling at festivals and getting a cut from that to randomly, oh, we've got a table in the corner for you. You owe us money. It's like, no. If you're selling for us, yes, take the money. But you're not.
Yeah.
And we don't want to jack our T-shirts up to ridiculous prices
to compensate
to cater for it because we don't want to rip off our fans.
Yeah, it's got to be accessible.
They're paying $20 a drink. Why should they pay $50 for a T-shirt?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think it's such a rough time. Like bands have always had it pretty hard. Like because you've got so many members. You're not like a solo artist or anything like that. So you've got to split it amongst so many people as well. And then everybody's come out of COVID lockdown. You guys can't perform. Yes, being able to sell bits and pieces, but there's that large proportion of your band's income that has suffered, and that's why we do and you've seen it. We do the artist spotlight, and that was a free sort of thing that we did for people. So you got boys from Vatic. I'm good mates with Matt. And the guys from Proposal approached us. So a lot of it you'll notice is like a lot of like more heavier stuff, and then we just try to sprinkle in some acoustics and stuff.
See, I love stuff like this because I think printing physical items is a lost art. I loved magazines growing up, but now it's all internet and nothing's physical. But I've kept everything physical that we've ever been included in just as a memory, as a keepsake. I recently went to the Silverchair exhibition, Daniel John's exhibition in Melbourne, and all of his old clippings of everything's been kept. And I do that for myself. So this sort of thing I love.
Yeah.
I love seeing physical media, and it helps.
I've got my old, and you obviously all you boys are massive fans of Suicide Silence.
Yeah.
I've got my boards ticket from when Mitch was around.
Yeah, I've still got mine too. Yes. I saw the Sweatfest one.
Yeah. So I've still got that, and then I've still got and it's seen so many moves as well. So it's like tattered as well. It's a signed poster for Black Crown as well.
Yeah, dope.
So it's just those tangible items are sick. They can't get as easily lost. I feel like digital stuff is just not.
Well, we're still printing our own ones of these as well to go to bigger shows and just handing it out because there's still so many people that haven't heard of our band and don't know we exist that might like us. So anything like this is going to help. Yeah,
it's good. So we started pumping out that, and the agreement was like you guys pitch in for a little bit for your stickers, like pay for your stickers. We'll give you as many as you want, and we'll just put them in with every order.
That's dope.
And we like print. We do 3 people, so it's like a. Have that by the way. So it's like a sticker from a tattoo artist.
So
it's one a tattoo artist.
Yeah.
So we do a tattoo artist. The sticker goes in every order, and then there's one of these that go in.
So sick.
Yeah. So there's one sticker from each of these guys. So there's like 3 times the flyers to the sticker, and we just chuck them with every order, and people love it. Like it's awesome because, as I said, like I
mean, if one person out of 20 can care, that's more than 0.
Yeah.
So
it's sick, and so a lot of the boys have been like really, really pumped about it, and it's helped out quite a lot. And I've had many people reach out to me that I chat from the Pokemon and TCG community. They're just like, dude, this band sick. Thank you.
That's mad.
And I'm
that's
like,
mad.
Yes, boy.
Yeah. So sick.
So before you came on the podcast, we spoke about like what you were wanting to open.
Yeah.
Since then, we were able to procure some VMAX boxes, Vstar boxes.
Oh shit.
So before the stream, we chatted, and we think we're going to open that instead.
Yeah, let's do it. I've been too busy to open lately. It's killing me.
Yeah.
So I haven't broken packs in ages.
Yeah, me either.
I've done a couple in our last US tour. I was finding what I could at Walmart, but the stock was a bit average.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. So we're going to do these Vstar boxes.
And they're super sought after now.
Which one would you like? Yeah, they are. They just
Let's
landed.
Mix it up. I'll get this side.
That one, cool. Just landed. So we were lucky enough to have Jesse from Pokebox sort us out with these. So I actually sent him a message. Called him Monday, I think. So he's one of our stockists down the road, and he was like, "Look, they've left on Friday from Japan, Friday, and they're here now. So it's actually meant to be. I was at the my piercing studio yesterday afternoon. So Jacob has made the trek from here to pick them up. So good on you, Jacob. Thank you. So you've got some sleeves there as well. Some nice Palms Off Gaming sleeves. Yeah. Get yourself a shameless plug. And top loaders if you get some mad pulls.
And what are you chasing?
I am a big Legendary Doggos fan. So I'll be after Suicune, Entei, or Raikou. I think we went through the set just before this. Is there anything that you saw that you like?
One of those gold chasers would be insane.
Yeah, Giratina one is, I think, the most desirable at the moment.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
How many boosters are in these?
10.
Sick.
There's higher class boxes, you get 10.
Yep.
But you get a lot of cool stuff in the pack. So it's just a bit more nice to open on camera.
Oh, yeah.
Right. The Japanese print quality is just fantastic.
There's no card trick on these. It's just...
I think they're just all at the back, yeah.
Some of these are reprints from old sets, hey. I think I recognize that.
Yeah.
There's some English sets anyway.
You're a Cubone fan, right?
Yeah, Cubone's the man.
Nice. Always since day dot? I know my favourites changed so much.
Probably more so recently. We named a song 104 after Cubone.
Oh, cool. It's like so that's where that's from.
Yeah. Okay. It's like it's a sad song because it's relevant to losing my mum.
Yes.
And, relate to Cubone from that. But I saw it to a friend. I was like, shit, man, I need a cool Cubone title.
That's
like,
such a good tie-in.
What about the number?
That's such a good tie-in.
And the lyrics like, look me up, I'm 104. So Pokedex, look up.
Dude, that's Cubone. Rad.
Yeah. Even, what's the other lyric? I tried to work Cubone into the lyrics. The lyric doesn't make sense, but it's jump the lonely Q. Bones hard to find. Cubone.
Right. Okay. Well, everybody have a look at 104 from Alpha Wolf.
Oh, shit. We got one of the, what is it? Art rares?
Nice, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Electivire and Magmortar.
VMAX.
That's such a cool tie-in. A lot of your videos have got, heavily Japanese-inspired themes and Pokemon themes and all that cool stuff. One question I did want to ask you is, as if you haven't, and maybe it's like one of you that you don't have on Spotify or something like that, but as if you haven't named a song Lynch.
It's pretty heavy, hey?
Yeah, because it's like your heavy music, like last name, maybe a little bit corny, but maybe like the last podcast I watched, you guys are all about the corny stuff to a certain capacity, right? So, as if. Ooh. Mew, sick. Two out of the one pack.
What's that? Yeah, sick.
Mew. I can never remember that one's name. I did as well.
Baby? No. Is it?
I can never remember half the new ones' name. The ones that I'm like sort of not interested in.
It's Scarlet Violet is going to kill me with remembering names.
Yeah, really well.
Another Hatterene. So many hollows in these packs.
Yeah, it just makes it so fun to open. Like you just get so much value out of it. It's sick. So have you seen the whole like theories about like Cubone supposed to be like Marowak into Kangaskhan sort of vibe?
Yeah. Or it's a what did I hear? He's meant to be a Charmander, and he's put a skull on, and he's lost the Charizard, and that's where Marowak's horn, the Skull's horns come from.
Yeah.
Love all those theories.
Yeah.
They'll never be confirmed, but I fuck with it.
So the whole Gengar is like, passed away Clefable
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of the fan theories are nuts.
Samurai.
Mewtwo, got the Matchy.
Is that a Vstar trainer? I haven't seen that before.
I'm really chasing, one of those full art. If I had to pick one, probably full art Raikou.
Yeah.
It's probably my favorite out of the three, I reckon. Entei, probably the least favorite because every in-game sprite he has, like in-game sprite, was just when you enter battle was just really obscure to me. Never really enjoyed it.
I was recently playing Crystal again because if you download the one on 3DS, it has the Celebi event, which was never available on Game Boy unless you went to the events. So I wanted to get a legit Celebi for my Pokemon home, so I played through Crystal. And it's so sick. Just the legendary dogs popping up randomly as roaming.
Yeah. Yeah. Good fun. Such fun games. Crystal was one of the ones I got actually as a kid.
Yeah.
It was rad.
Actually, the art rare for Hisuian Zoroark is pretty sick. I've seen that one.
Yeah, I saw a mate of mine did a stream, Ricky, stream last night, and he pulled it. It's cool.
It looks so crazy.
Yeah.
And have you seen in Scarlet Violet how to find Zoroark? It's always dressed as other Pokemon. It's so crazy.
Oh, really?
So you can't really shiny hunt it because you can't see it.
Yeah, that's right, guys. I thought I didn't see any.
Is that a pair?
Yeah.
It's the same guys. Look at that.
So matching artworks. It's sick.
Oh, speaking of Hisuian Zoroark, we get the Vstar. Very dope.
Yeah, I haven't found a shiny in forever. And my luck naturally finding them has been so horrible because I remember back in the day when I was playing Fire Red, it was a Spearow.
Oh.
And then 2 nights ago, it was a Yungoos.
Oh, shit.
And I was just like,
See, I think my gameplay back then before the internet, I didn't know they existed. So obviously I knew Red Gyarados, but I feel as though I probably ran away from them if I ever saw them.
Yeah.
Because I would have put in hundreds of hours into Silver and Crystal. But if I ever saw them, I probably would have just beat them up and forgotten about it.
And the color palettes on those older games aren't super vivid either.
Yeah.
Particularly those shinies that sort of.
I just thought Red Gyarados was part of the story.
Yeah,
I didn't realize it was a shiny Pokemon.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Didn't know that till recently, actually.
Love that. Did you replay the remakes? Did you do the remakes?
Yeah, I've played through everything. I tried to start a physical collection where I have every single game.
Yeah.
The proper physical versions.
They got expensive.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. Oh, Manaphy. Oh, Deoxys. Another good pack.
Such a cool set.
Yeah. Gengar. This is a sick pack.
Got the Machamp V. Very nice. How big's the set, do you know? It says 72 at the bottom, actually.
Yeah, so there's all the
crazy
secrets and
amounts
stuff.
of old arts.
So including the old arts, I think it's 262 is what I'm seeing here.
Crazy.
Yeah, massive sets.
What did you think of Legends Arceus?
I loved it.
Same.
Yeah, I loved it. I reckon could have done with a bit more battling, but it was a good change of pace.
Yeah.
And it was just fun being able to sneak around and catch stuff. And then just making a team full of alphas as well, which is dope. Yeah. Did you sink many hours into it?
I did.
Yeah, nice.
I wonder if they'll have DLC for that as well as the new games.
I hope
that would be crazy.
I feel
Charizard Vstar.
Nice. Yeah, right. I feel like they've left it so long now, though, as well.
And Radiant Holucha. That's sick. The Radiant Eternatus looks sick in these.
Yeah. You see they got all the textures and still. On the actual Pokemon. They're rad.
So mad.
The print on some of them is just like crazy good. Some of the designs is absolutely nuts. And so when did you were collecting as a kid, right?
Yeah, I think my mum would buy me like a booster a week if she could.
Yep.
So it was nothing too crazy, and I'd get all the promo stuff from the movies.
Yeah.
The K-Zone magazines and whatever I could. So not crazy booster boxes or anything.
Yeah.
I think it's funny when you see these people with childhood collections and had booster boxes. Like, damn.
You were spoiled.
Yeah,
you were proper
I didn't know you
spoiled.
could buy the whole box.
Yeah.
Matchy. Oh, damn.
Well. Yeah.
But stopped from...
Oh, sick.
Oh, is that the Radiant?
Yeah, the Radiant's art as well. Hell yeah.
That's the best art of Radiant Charizard I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, stopped from getting bullied. Thought I had to grow up and be an adult, be a man. So I gave everything I had away. All my Pokemon cards, all my
That sucks. That you
Digimon
gave it away as
figures,
well.
Dragon Ball Z figures.
That's hard.
And I think, recently in lockdown, I just went and bought everything I knew I had.
Yeah.
The Bird Trio promo cards, the Ancient Mew.
Yep.
And from that, it was like, all right, I think I'm addicted.
Yeah.
So I just started collecting from then.
Yeah, it kicks in hard. That's what we got back on board during Evolutions.
Oh, there's a secret rare.
Yeah, you get
Energy.
one for the
That's
box.
sick.
Ditto as well.
How we're traveling. Got 3 packs left.
Yep, I got 2. I'm jumping the gun. I'll wait for the last pack to open together, I reckon. So did you listen back to that podcast that you had?
With Gaza?
Yeah.
Not yet.
No?
And I'm hoping it wasn't boring because I
No, it's
know
good.
it went for a long ass time.
Yeah.
But meeting him was insane.
Yep.
I saw that he'd done the podcast with someone, I think when I landed in the States, and I saw that we were going to be in his city in like 3 days.
Mhm.
So I just messaged him and I was like, hey man, you've probably never heard of us.
Yeah.
We're big fans. We'd love to jump on the podcast. And he hit me back and he's like, damn, I checked out you guys' stuff.
Yeah, by the
and
sounds of the
it's
podcast,
perfect.
he looked you guys up and was just
yeah,
like,
so we were best
damn.
friends off the bat, like having dinner together, got to meet up again at the festival we both played at. It was sort of funny. We went on stage and watched them play and we're just like little kids.
Yeah.
They're playing all the old bangers and walked off stage and Eddie, the singer, he was nervous to come up to us because he's a big fan. And he's
That's
like,
wild.
I
That's
looked back
That's
and saw
so
you guys
cool.
on stage and I froze for a moment. I was like, what? You're Eddie from Suicide Silence.
That's
Chill
sick.
out.
Yeah. That is mad.
Oh, shit.
Oh, good
That's
pull.
mad. That's mad. Is that a part of that Mewtwo Charizard looking
Wonder.
theme? It looks like it almost. That's
And
so
some
sick.
complimentary artwork.
Oh
yeah.
shit! Double pull.
Oh, whoa. You got
Look
a
at
massive
that.
hit. Yeah, you got the
And
Zard.
what's after that? All right. Gotta flex
That's
this.
sick.
I didn't get the Charizard premium box, so that's dope.
That's rad. The Japanese version is well more sought after. That's
really?
rad. Yeah, that's sick, man. Good job.
It's so sick.
That's perfect. I just got to pull the Mewtwo now.
Yeah, dude. I got to catch up to you. Give me 2 seconds. Centering's perfect.
That's so good. That's such a good pull to have on cam.
And does this have hidden characters or not? Doesn't look like it. Dude, the centering on these is insane.
Yeah, print quality is awesome.
Insane boxes.
Yeah, and on the podcast, you were talking about like you guys have got a really unique way of recording certain elements to your songs as well. Like you've got a stage line for Hotel Underground, which slaps, by the way.
Yeah, we were trying to write on the road for that 2-track and we'd recorded most of everything, but Hotel Underground, I think, needed some more lyrics. We're definitely very particular about vocals and lyrics and how they're delivered. We don't want to have too many lines in a song because then it's not memorable.
Mhm.
You just need the select lines so that people remember it. And the last minute of the song was doing our head in.
Yep.
And we got up to a certain point in the song and it felt completed,
Mhm.
but there was this insane breakdown at the end. And one day we just woke up, we're like, look, I think we can delete the final breakdown and the song's done.
Yep.
And we did it. And everyone looks at each other like, kind of hate that we deleted that breakdown, but the song bangs.
But it works.
Like,
Yeah.
Here it is. And yeah, some lines just had to be recorded on stage with a normal microphone and in front of people, like watching and setting up gear. But, we just get the job done and it's sick.
Yeah,
now
it's
that's
fantastic.
tied to that song. We're not perfectionists and we're happy to do weird stuff along the way and just be ourselves, and that's what we do.
Yeah, as long as it works out, and it did work out, it was absolutely rad. Hey, you want the last pack?
Yeah, final pack.
Rad, awesome.
How are you looking over there?
I'm looking pretty good. I've had some good stuff. I'm not as good pulls as you, but still really, really happy.
I'm loving this pair.
That's rad. Matching pair and Zard is pretty good. I like that a lot. That's mint. Happy to put the Radiant Zard. That's rad.
Have you pulled Secret Rare out of your box yet?
I think I did. I think that Deoxys was. Yeah.
Oh.
So I think I'm due for my energy in this pack.
Okay, so that's Secret Art Rare, is it?
Yeah. So my secret art is Deoxys here.
That's sick.
Yeah. I think this is my energy pack now. And how'd you go with Cult Fest as well?
Cult Fest was insane. A lot of work to a lot of props to the team that helped out because we were touring at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So the Store Alliance really picked up their game with that, and it went off flawlessly.
Yeah.
Like we couldn't believe the amount of people that turned up, how sick the venue was for it. Everything was sick.
Yeah, nice.
Having legacy bands like These Nuts play under us, we're like, what the hell?
Yeah. Or how the turntables.
Yeah. Leafy on Vstar. How you like, oh
Nice.
shit.
Yeah, so
look at that.
that's the energy pack. You get 1 energy per box. So
It
I was
looks
just
so
like,
mad.
I know exactly what I'm getting in this box, in this pack.
Hell yeah.
It's such a good box, you dude. That's rad.
So these are just landing in Oz now?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
They're just
sick,
sort of
sick.
just coming in this week. So you're one of the first few people that have got their hands on a box.
Let's
'Cause,
go. Can I
yeah.
steal some of your top loaders? Can't
Yeah,
I?
go
No.
for it, man. Yeah. So it's been good. So yeah, shout outs again for to Jesse from Pokebox for hooking us up with those two. If you're in Melbourne, go check him out. He's got a nice little store. Lovely dudes as well. So they have like, all the Japanese Wii cards down there as well. Yeah. Pokemon. Really friendly dudes that run the store. So I couldn't recommend them higher. So if you're down in Melbourne, go suss them out.
Where's that at? Melbourne City?
Pascoe? Yeah.
Oh, Pascoe.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was like, I was so bad with locations. And then I was like, oh no, I knew he'd ask this question. I'm like, bang, straight in the head. I'm like, thank God. Yeah. So they're rad. So yeah, you're down that way, aren't you? To a certain place?
I'm near Craigieburn.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm this end.
Yep. Yeah, man. Wrap it up with a couple more cues and then I guess we'll let you go and tidy up your house, was it?
Yeah. Gotta go vacuum my floors. How exciting.
Yeah. Riveting day.
You can only be a nerd, an hour a day.
Yeah. So, yeah, you did Cult Fest. That was rad. And Not Fest as well.
Yeah, Not Fest is crazy.
Yeah.
Getting to play with those bands.
Yep. Yeah, it'd be a massive dream come true. You got like Suicide Silence, the people that like, you're Not Fest, you're doing interviews with, you guys from Suicide, like you guys kicking absolute goals. You feel like, on top of the world right now.
I think the thing that blows my mind is obviously it's insane.
Yeah.
The bands on the lineup is insane, but we're getting paid to do it.
Yeah.
Like we don't just get to do it as a dream. We're getting paid to do this shit now.
Officially made it.
Yeah. It feels like it.
Yeah.
It definitely feels like it. We still got a lot of growth, and I'm looking forward to the growth of the band and what we can do in 5 years, 10 years. At the time, we're just like, we're little kids still.
Yeah.
Loving every moment.
Yeah. That's mad. Like, super proud of where you guys have gotten. Like, as I am with any mates that are in bands just kicking absolute goals, and a few of them are at the moment. But yeah, like it puts it in perspective when, blokes are coming up to you from those bands being like, yeah, you guys sound rad. It just must be so humbling.
It's so crazy.
For you guys. Yeah. So big dream come true.
Yeah. My old band, the deathcore band we started, covered Suicide Silence.
Yeah.
And now we're just like hanging out. I can message them, like, what's up?
Interviews being like, yeah, that sounds absolutely just slaps. Just getting compliments left, right, and center is just dope.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So that is fantastic. So, for you to come on board and actually open cards with us. I mean, we haven't even released any podcasts for you. So for you to agree and sort of come on board before we've even released a podcast, man, I can't thank you enough. As a fan as well, like I really appreciate you coming on board. Really appreciate like how friendly and approachable you are as a person as well. It's awesome.
It's on.
And I love that you're into the same stuff we are and can actually have fun opening packs and just talking about Pokemon.
Happy to be on board, man. Happy to support the local business.
Yeah, well, I'll see you on the weekend, assuming my back is feeling better. I did my back earlier this week, so I'll be there. Probably won't be pitting or anything like that. But I'll probably see you at Pale Dust gig on the weekend.
I'm keen to see all those guys rip. Yeah, they're good friends of ours.
Vatic and Starve are on there as well.
Yeah.
Two mates of mine as well. So it's gonna be sick. Anything you want to plug for the band? Go hard. Do whatever you want. Any upcoming gigs?
We're busy as next year, starting with USA in February and March, straight into Not Fest, Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane, then straight into our first ever European UK headliner in April. I think that's all that's announced that I'm allowed to say.
Yeah, rad.
But the year's big.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, new music coming, not done yet, but I'm sure it's going to sound sick.
Yep. What's your Instagram handle as well?
Sabian Lynch. You can find me anywhere as that, or Alpha Wolf Cult spelt with a V, because that's all that was
censorship. Yep.
Yeah. No, we tried to get the handle across all platforms, and YouTube, it was taken with the U.
Oh,
so I had to settle with the V on all handles. But yeah.
Yeah.
Stoked on it all.
Rad. All right. Well, if anybody, hopefully we get this out relatively soon. And if you end up going to see Alpha Wolf play live, you know what to do. Throw Pokemon packs on stage. Any
Let's open
Cubone cards
boosters together. Yeah. Bring them along.
Open boosters. Bring them along for him. If you've got any graded Cubone cards, bring him some graded Cubone cards. Throw down to
Cubone's
104. Have fun.
Yeah.
We'll probably shamelessly plug some other stuff in upcoming podcasts as Palms Off Gaming. But
get your Palms Off Gaming sleeves. These sleeves feel beautiful.
Beautiful stuff. And then pending the release.
Top loaders. Yeah. Look at that.
Pending release, we'll be coming out with some new products. And one of them being that you get today.
Oh, shit.
A couple of different things. So, a while ago, we just decided to send it and do clothing because we wanted to just have a fun time.
Yeah.
So we just, so the jacket I'm wearing is one of ours. So this is designed by Bo Ingleton. He does all of my tattoos and stuff. So there's an XL or a double XL. They're quite slim fitting. So we can test that out on you after. And you can take one of them home with you.
Oh yeah, that looks sick.
And something... They can hear me on the mic. Something we haven't released yet. This is actually a prototype one. So people that buy these in the future won't get this exact model. There's only like 6 of them or so, 6 or 7. So there's a couple of things that have changed.
Holy shit.
But that is for your cards, my dude. Open that up and have a go.
What we got here? This is huge.
So that's Bo there.
Oh,
great man.
Yep. Very sick. What's this part for?
It's just a bag. You can check out what's underneath. That'll house what you're about to pull out from underneath that box.
This is exciting. Pull this tab away.
Yep.
Oh, holy shit. Look at that.
Go for it.
This packaging is insane. It's so sick.
Yeah, so we've added a couple of little bells and whistles for the ones that are coming up to make it a bit more reusable because those boxes that come in, you can't throw them away. So I want to be reused.
This is beautiful. I'm guessing you guys are very stoked with this. Yeah.
Pretty happy.
Yeah. Oh, goddamn. We got the 12-page. Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Chuck all your personal collection cards in there. Have fun with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were pretty stoked to come out with it. It's all like Japanese wood grain sort of finish. Even the little zipper is like a little scroll.
Oh, that is sick.
Yeah, done it all.
So insane.
Yeah. So, that's our thanks for coming on board and sort of, giving us the time of day and having a chat, even though we haven't actually officially released any content.
Yeah.
We will have by the time you see this now, but Folk Friday. Yeah.
Which camera's picking that up? Check that shit out. So sick.
Beautiful. Awesome, man. Well, thanks for coming on board. Appreciate it. I'll
see
you at some gigs coming up.
Yeah. I'll be about.
Sweet.
Sick.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.